This session continues our look at helping you deal with stress and building a healthy immune system to prevent COVID and other illnesses. Much of the information in this session is adapted from Luke Seward's text, Managing Stress. In our earlier nutritional session, we examined foods that compromise the immune system. Today's session examines ways to protect the immune system through making healthy food choices. In addition to providing our bodies with the building blocks to grow and the energy to perform tasks, the foods we put into our body can also impact our ability to handle stress, as well as boost our resistance to disease. So as Hippocrates said, let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. While conducting studies related to longevity in Japan a few years ago, Dr. Graff-Haight visited Eiji Temple in Fukui Prefecture. Japan has the longest lifespan in the world, and Fukui has the longest lifespan for both women and men among the Japanese. When she visited the Buddhist temple, the highest priest at that time was 103 years old. She had the opportunity to chat with the main chef and asked him what the secret was to the high priest's long life. His response was to use fresh food of many colors and to use every part of the food, skins, seeds, stems, leaves, as well as the meat of the fruit, vegetable, and grain. He also talked about food preparation techniques that preserved nutrients. I think this is good advice and certainly supports many of the tips that are going to be shared today. So let's talk about choosing foods that help boost your immune system and build your resilience against stress and diseases like COVID. Sound nutritional practices play a crucial role in nearly every aspect of physical well-being and physiological processes. In the next slides, we'll share tips for boosting your immune system through nutrition. Tip number 1, choose foods high in antioxidants. See the next slide for details related to this tip. The benefit of choosing foods that are rich in antioxidants is they fight cellular level damage caused by free radicals. Antioxidant foods contain beta-carotene, such as orange and yellow veggies, vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium. Some of the richest antioxidant-rich foods are listed include small red beans, blueberries, red kidney beans, pinto beans, cranberries, artichokes, blackberries, prunes, raspberries, strawberries, red delicious Gala and Granny Smith apples, pecans, sweet cherries, plums, russet potatoes, black beans, and dark leafy green vegetables. In general, antioxidants are found in dried fruits, vegetables, particularly yellow, orange, and those with cross-shaped leaves in the cabbage family, spices, including cinnamon, oregano, turmeric, cumin, parsley, basil, curry powder, mustard seed, pepper chili powder. Herbs, including sage, thyme, marjoram, tarragon, peppermint, basil, and dillweed. Cereals from corn and oats. Nuts, including walnuts, hazelnuts, pistachios, almonds, cashews, macadamia nuts, and peanuts. To ensure that you're getting enough antioxidants, be sure to eat a variety of colors in the course of a day. Tip number 2, consume an adequate amount of fiber, typically 30 to 40 grams per day. The benefit of fiber is that it cleans colon of toxins and regulates elimination of bowels. This slide shows foods that are very high in fiber, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and seeds. These foods should make up the bulk of what you eat each day. I've also created a Session 2 links page, and on it is a link to foods high in fiber. Tip number 3 is to drink fresh, clean water. Water acts as a transport system to remove waste from each cell. If the body is dehydrated, these wastes can become toxic and can damage body systems. Some say that water is the most important nutrient because without it, we would succumb in just days. We require about 8 glasses of water daily, though water intake includes whatever we take in, both in beverages as well as the liquid naturally present in foods. Without enough water, a person can experience sluggishness, fatigue, headaches, low energy, and even poor appetite. Often these symptoms may be effectively addressed by drinking water. How do you know if you're getting enough water? When you're thirsty, drink water. Monitor your urine color. Deep yellow urine is a sign of inadequate water intake and dehydration. Urine should be almost colorless. Tip number 4 is to consume adequate, complete proteins. Proteins form the elements needed to build the body. Protein building blocks are called amino acids. There are 8 essential amino acids that the body cannot make on its own that must be broken down by the foods we eat. Complete proteins contain all of the essential amino acids our bodies need. If you don't eat meat, it is important to combine non-meat sources of protein that, when combined, provide all of the essential amino acids. This slide shows sources of complete and incomplete proteins and lists the function of amino acids. A healthy immune system depends on getting adequate protein, since the cells that compromise the immune system are built from amino acids. Tip number 5 is to decrease the intake of processed and empty calorie foods. Since processed and empty calorie foods often contain many chemicals, such as preservatives, check the labels. It attacks the liver, which in turn places stress on the immune system. In other words, whenever possible, eat fresh, whole foods. Start from scratch. Tip number 6 is to consume a good supply of omega-3 and omega-6 oils. Research studies have demonstrated that intake of omega-3 oils decreases anxiety, and moderate intake of omega-6 oils can reduce the stress response. Any reduction in stress response preserves the body's ability to fight illness by protecting the immune system. This slide provides a list of sources of omega-6 and omega-3 oils. Omega-6 oils are those that come from several non-meat sources. Omega-3 oils are found in some seeds, fish, and nuts. Saturated fats found in meat and dairy products place stress on the immune system and decrease its efficiency. Therefore, minimize your intake of foods high in saturated fats. While the immune system is created from amino acids found in protein, remember that all they require amino acids can be met by combining grains, seeds, or nuts. Tip number 8 is to eat a variety of food colors. Bright food colors in foods are associated with active ingredients called bioflavonoids, which can help to prevent diseases. Bioflavonoids are anti-inflammatory and antioxidants, which protect body cells from destruction. This places fewer demands on the immune system so that the immune system remains strong enough to withstand attack of infections, like COVID. For more information on bioflavonoids, check the links page. Tip number 9 is to replenish nutrients that are consumed by the body's stress response. B-complex foods contain what are called stress vitamins. People under stress may consider supplementing their diet by taking a B-complex vitamin daily, but it's perfectly possible to meet the nutritional demands of a stressful life by eating foods rich in B vitamins. But B vitamins aren't the only nutrients depleted when under great stress. The right side of this slide lists additional nutrients that should be replaced. There are multivitamin and mineral supplements sold at Stress Supplement that contain these nutrients on the list. Many health professionals are now recommending the intake of zinc supplements as an important means to prevent COVID. Are supplements necessary? Not if you follow dietary guidelines. You should be able to replace nutrients lost due to stress. But if your eating habits are questionable, taking a stress vitamin supplement that contains B vitamins and zinc makes sense. When it comes to sugar, it's important to remember to be moderate in your intake. There is no nutritional need for refined sugar. Sugar occurs naturally in many foods, including fruits and vegetables. Even milk contains sugar in the form of lactase. Naturally occurring sugar in food is a good source of energy. Adding sugar or eating foods that contain a large amount of added sugar can be problematic because it decreases white cell count, thereby compromising the immune system. Sugar is found in candy, cookies, cakes, pastries, ice cream, and any dessert type item that tastes sweet. And there are other foods that contain hidden sugar that you may not be aware of. You'd be surprised to see how much sugar is added to processed and fast foods. This slide identifies methods of preparing food that preserve the vitamins and minerals in foods so you maximize their value and get the most out of the foods you eat. This reinforces something that Dr. Dawn Graff-Haight learned from the Buddhist chef when she visited Eihai Temple. While you may not adopt all the tips or follow the nutrition guidelines provided in this presentation, consider which of these practices you will work on to improve your body's response to stress and to boost your immunity. Even modifying a few of your current eating behaviors may provide a boost to your immune system that will enable you to withstand COVID infection. At the very least, consider devoting at least one meal a day to boosting your immune system. It can make a difference. As always, we are ending the presentation with another relaxation strategy. This one is short and easy because today's session was a bit longer. Here goes. Find a comfortable position, either lying comfortably or sitting with your back and neck supported and your feet on the floor. Place one hand on your abdomen. Now breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, being sure that as you do, you watch the hand on your abdomen rise. Then breathe out through your nose for a count of 4, being sure that as you do, you watch your hand on your abdomen fall. Repeat this 4 times.